Paul Simon, the legendary singer-songwriter, has announced his retirement from touring due to health issues. The 79-year-old musician cited the toll that touring takes on his body, particularly his back, as the reason for his decision. He made the announcement during his farewell tour, which concluded with a final performance in his hometown of Queens, New York. Join Factsverse as we explore how Paul Simon is saying goodbye after his sudden health scare. Paul Simon is quitting touring. Paul Simon, the legendary singer-songwriter, has recently revealed he's experiencing hearing loss. The 79-year-old musician discussed in an interview with the New York Times how this has affected his life and career, and he's reflected on his own mortality. He first became aware of the hearing loss in 2019. During the final leg of his farewell tour, he noticed he was having trouble hearing certain frequencies, and his voice sounded different to him. After undergoing several tests, he was diagnosed with Meniere's disease, a disorder of the inner ear that can cause hearing loss, vertigo, and ringing in the ears. Since then, Simon has been learning to cope with the condition. He's been working with a hearing specialist to adjust his hearing aids and monitor his hearing levels, and has been experimenting with different ways of performing and recording music. Despite these challenges, Simon remains committed to his art. He has continued to write and record new music, and has even collaborated with other musicians remotely during the COVID-19 pandemic. He's also been reflecting on his legacy and his place in music history. In his New York Times interview, he spoke about his own mortality and the passing of his contemporaries. Quote, "My generation's time is up. We're on the way out. It's just a matter of time, and I'm okay with that." He also acknowledged that his hearing loss has made him more aware of the fragility of life and has forced him to confront his own limitations. Regardless of these sobering thoughts, Simon remains optimistic about the future. He believes music will continue to evolve and inspire future generations, and that he's played a small part in that process. Paul will keep making music. Simon's career has spanned more than 6 decades and has included collaborations with some of the most influential musicians of his time. He first rose to fame as part of the duo Simon and Garfunkel and went on to have a successful solo career. He's been inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame twice and has won numerous awards for his music. Despite his many accolades, Simon remains humble and grateful for his success. He's always been committed to his craft and has never lost sight of the power of music to connect people and inspire change. As he faces the challenge of hearing loss and of mortality, he remains an inspiration to musicians and fans alike. His latest album, 7 Psalms, is a powerful meditation on mortality and spirituality. It was released in June 2021 and features 7 new songs inspired by the biblical book of Psalms. Each song reflects on different aspects of the human experience, from love and loss to faith and doubt. Despite the album's religious themes, Simon has said he's not a particularly religious person. Instead, he sees the Psalms as a universal expression of the human condition and a source of comfort and inspiration for people of all faiths and backgrounds. The album's title track, Praise, is a joyful celebration of life and love, set to a lively African-inspired beat. Simon sings of the beauty of the natural world and the power of human connection, urging listeners to praise the world and all that's in it. Other songs on the album are more contemplative, grappling with the pain and uncertainty of morality. Questions for the Angels is a haunting ballad that imagines a conversation between the narrator and an angel as they discuss the meaning of life and death. Simon's voice is filled with longing and vulnerability as he asks, "Where do I belong? What is my purpose? Who will love me when I'm gone?" Similarly, The Afterlife is a wistful reflection on the mysteries of the afterlife and the hope that there might be something more beyond this world. Simon's voice is tender and introspective as he sings, "Maybe there's some other place where we will meet again, by a river wide and cool or on a mountain trail." Throughout the album, Simon's lyrics are infused with a sense of humility and wonder as he contemplates the mysteries of existence. He acknowledges the inevitability of death, but also finds solace in the beauty and richness of life. "Love and blessings to the ones who come after and all that we leave behind," he sings on New York Is My Home. Paul's marriage to Edie Brickell. Paul made headlines in 1992 when he married Edie Brickell, a 26-year-old singer-songwriter. At the time, Simon was 50 and already a music icon. Brickell, on the other hand, was a relatively unknown artist who had just released her debut album. The couple's relationship had a rocky start as they were involved in a highly publicized altercation in which police were called to their home. But they were able to work through their issues and have since gone on to have a long and successful marriage, raising 3 children together. They met in 1990 when she auditioned for a role in his Broadway musical, The Cape Man. Though she didn't get the part, they stayed in touch and began dating a few years later. They tied the knot in May of '92 in a small ceremony at their home in New Canaan, Connecticut. Despite the controversy surrounding their age difference and the early turbulence in their relationship, Simon and Brickell have proven to be a strong and enduring couple. They've collaborated musically on several occasions, including on the 2014 album So Beautiful or So What, which Simon has described as a collaboration with my wife Edie Brickell. She's a great writer and singer. In addition to their musical partnership, Simon and Brickell have also been active in philanthropy and social causes. They've donated to various organizations, including the Children's Health Fund and Nature Conservancy, and have been vocal advocates for environmental issues. Throughout the marriage, they have maintained a relatively low profile, avoiding the spotlight and focusing on their family and music. But their relationship has continued to fascinate fans and the media alike, with many curious about the dynamics of their age gap and longevity of their marriage. It serves as a testament to the power of love and partnership. More about Paul. Paul was born October 13, 1941 in Newark, New Jersey. He grew up in Queens, where he met his future musical partner, Art Garfunkel, in elementary school. His early musical influences included doo-wop and rock and roll, and he also had a deep affinity for folk. He and Garfunkel began performing together as teens and soon gained a following in the Greenwich Village folk scene of the early 60s. Their breakthrough came with the release of their debut album, Wednesday Morning, 3 a.m., in 1964, which featured the hit single The Sound of Silence. After a brief hiatus, they reunited in 1965 and went on to release a string of classic albums, including Parsley, Sage, Rosemary and Thyme, Bookends, and Bridge Over Troubled Water. Their intricate harmonies, thoughtful lyrics, and Simon's innovative guitar work helped establish them as one of the most important and influential musical acts of the 60s. Following the duo's breakup in 1970, Simon embarked on a successful solo career that has spanned more than 5 decades. He's been recognized with 16 Grammy Awards, a Lifetime Achievement Award from the Recording Academy, and induction into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame twice, both as a member of Simon & Garfunkel and as a solo artist. Now it's time to hear from you. Did you know that Paul Simon has recently announced that he's giving up touring? Let us know in the comments section below.